All right, yo, Lakerland, we in the building. Smash that like button. Live stream officially going down on our playback and our YouTube channel. Good morning, purple and gold skies. God damn it! Welcome back to Lakerland. I'm Seven Mitchell, one of your hosts. I'm in the damn building, and we got to talk about my boy D'Angelo Russell. Let's survive D'Lo, Lakerland. Let's talk about what's going on with D'Lo. His name is in the trading blocks and shit, and I don't know if that's really a good idea at this point. When I'm looking at what's available and what could be potentially available, especially at that point guard position, I might really want to be willing to rock with D'Lo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still. It's a couple things that I'm still giving D'Lo the benefit of the doubt on. We're gonna go over that in a couple minutes. So make sure y'all smash that like button. I'm getting the stream started. So we are rocking and rolling over in our playback room as well as our YouTube channel. Early morning edition of Lakerland Live. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's get this live stream out to the NBA community. If you guys want to come and kick it with me and give me some opinions on D'Lo, you guys are welcome to come on over to our playback room. That's playback.tv/Lakerland. We chopping it up here in the playback. But getting back to D'Lo. Him, Rui Hachimura, they name is in trade conversations, but with me, D'Lo was the one I think I would keep above all. And I'm gonna be honest. Above all, I would probably keep D'Lo if I could. What point guard out there, what facilitator out there is dependable? Let's start there. The best point guard that was available really in free agency as of late was Tyus Jones, who just went to Phoenix, and I'm not so sure how good that's going to actually work. But you're looking at D'Angelo Russell. I understand because of his value. If the Lakers are to bring someone in of significance, they're going to have to give up something to get something. And more than likely, it is going to be D'Lo and Rui because of a bunch of things, the contract, the experience, things of that nature. But I don't know, man. D'Angelo Russell, he's 9 years in. This will be his ninth year, I believe. He averaged for the career. He's an 18, 3 and 6 player who plays big time at times when needed. He was really one of the reasons I feel like the Lakers made that push in the second half. When his name came up in trade rumors, D'Lo started putting belt to ass, right? But it's the matchup versus the Denver Nuggets. And this is why I say, yo, there's two reasons why I'm gonna give D'Lo the benefit of the doubt. Because first of all, is D'Lo really a choke artist in the playoffs? Or is it because it's the Denver Nuggets matchup that he keep having a problem with? Like, you know how short this nigga came up last year for the Lakers, right? We remember what happened in the Western Conference Finals. Them dudes was kind of gassed and burnt out, but Murray has outplayed D'Lo both series by far, no debating. But I don't know if I'm willing to call D'Angelo Russell like a guy that's not able to be successful in the playoffs. Now, Murray individually is taking a step back. I'm y'all be so worried about the Denver Nuggets. I know they knocked us out in the first round, but I feel like that was just some of our doing. With Darvin Ham, no real coaching, no direction. Like it's tough to knock off the defending champions off of just pure will. You know what I mean? But D'Lo specifically, he was an all-star before. He's not an in and out guy that's going to always be an all-star, but his last 5 games with the Lakers in this series versus the Denver Nuggets, he played well over. He averaged what 30 something minutes. He played big minutes. It was that game three really was the worst. We had 0 points. It was 0-7 from the field. But when I look at his efficiency in that series last year versus Denver, he shot about 50% from the field. Um, 3-point, it was kind of nasty. He needs to improve. He really do. But I just don't feel like there's better out there. The Lakers, to me, they could do better. Just keeping him. He wants to be in LA. He wants to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis. He plays well with LeBron and Anthony Davis. And he also, to me, plays well without them. Justo in the building. Justo says D'Lo can't be trusted. What is it about D'Angelo Russell, Justo, that you hate the most? Because, like I said, I feel like he's come up short in the playoffs versus the Denver Nuggets. I don't know if D'Angelo Russell is a choke artist or if it's just the Denver Nuggets matchup he's had a problem with. I'm willing to give D'Angelo Russell the benefit of the doubt that the Lakers won't have to match up against Denver in the playoffs potentially this year. I know it's so early. We haven't even started the season. But also JJ Redick. I'm giving D'Lo the benefit of the doubt to think that JJ Redick is going to be able to create something that Darvin Ham was not. So is D'Lo an all-star? Is D'Lo a guy running around here being robbed or being taken advantage of, being mismanaged? It just depends on how you look at it. He helped take a team to a playoff before. Like I said, he's made an all-star. He was a number 2 pick. This is another stint with the Lakers. Like I said, he wants to be here. Last year, D'Angelo Russell, in my eyes, was one of the biggest reasons the Lakers made that run in the second half. But when you needed him the most, and I was saying this at the beginning of the summer, when you need D'Angelo Russell the most, he is shit the bed for the Lakers. Justo say you can't rely on D'Lo defensively or offensively. I mean, you got a point. You have a point, Justo, especially defensively. But he's not a worse defender as Austin Reeves. He's a better defender than Austin Reeves. That's number one. So if we're going to talk about defense and put blame on D'Lo as far as the backcourt, Austin Reeves is right there. Very lackluster. Then you bringing in Dalton Connect, like Bronny James and Gabe Vincent, respectfully, might be the best defenders you have at the guard positions. But D'Lo, Justo said offensively, D'Angelo Russell can't be depended on. I don't know. I'm not going to say you're wrong, Justo, but I don't know if you're right just for the simple fact of what we witnessed him do when his name was in trade discussions last year. D'Angelo Russell turned up last year, right? It's just that when he got into the playoffs. So there's still questions out there. And Justo, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But what's out there better right now? That's why we here this morning on this live stream here in Lakerland so early in the morning. And shout out to the supporters. But what is best? What is better out there? If you're going to trade D'Angelo Russell at this point, for what reason? I want to get into some highlights in a couple minutes of D'Angelo Russell's season last year. Justo say Reeves is better at defense than D'Lo. You think so? Reeves blocks shots. D'Lo doesn't give effort. No, I got footage. I can show you footage. I should have got it together, but I can show you footage of D'Angelo Russell being a better defender than Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is slow. Dalton Connect is slow. I don't know about that one, but we gonna have a lot of footage to kind of break down and chop up this season. Lonnie Walker, Justo says, why are they not looking at Lonnie Walker? I mean, this is just my opinion. The same thing we were saying about Lonnie Walker now is the same shit we were saying about Lonnie Walker when his ass came to the Lakers the first time. Oh, he's a shooter. He's gonna fit well. Da 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 da. He didn't piss the bed, but it just didn't work. He didn't fit. It just didn't make any sense. Now again, who do we blame that on? Is that a Darvin Ham fault? I don't know. Like you have to just because you're a good player, just because you're a shooter, just because you're a scorer, doesn't mean that you fit well with the nucleus of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. To me, you have to be kind of a Swiss Army knife. You have to have a diverse skill set because those two guys, Anthony Davis and LeBron James, the pillars of the team, they do so much differently. So you have to be ready and able to do different things if you're going to be effective playing alongside those guys. You can't just be a good point guard, a good passer, and think that that's automatically going to get you in the door when LeBron James like to have the ball in his hands. So if LeBron has the ball in his hands and nobody's going to take the ball out of his hands, if you're just a good facilitator, what are you doing off the ball? You can't shoot, you can't score. So you being a good facilitator could work on one organization, but for the Lakers, it does nothing. So it's like any player that's going to play with LeBron and AD not only has to be good, their skill set has to match in my eyes. Lonnie Walker, his skill set does match with with what the Lakers need for sure. But what are we going to give up to get somebody like Lonnie Walker? I'm not giving up D'Angelo Russell or Rui Hachimura for Lonnie Walker. Not me. There's no way in hell. He's not that good of a player. We've read this book before with him in a Lakers uniform, and to me, honestly, his upside is not better. That he's not a better player than D'Lo to me, and Rui is younger, and Rui is an Olympian. So I'm not sacrificing for no Lonnie Walker. I'm sorry. I'm not sacrificing for there's the only I'm not really sacrificing for any former Laker now that I think about it, especially for D'Angelo Russell. Dwight Howard is the only nigga that I would be campaigning for to get back in Los Angeles because the Lakers do need a true center. But giving up D'Angelo Russell to me is a bad look. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm torn. Justo say Darvin Ham was putting Spencer on MPJ. That was a big mismatch. I'll blame Darvin Ham. Very bad bunch of rotations and adjustments. Darvin Ham was a problem. But this is why I want to give D'Lo a chance. If we know Justo that Darvin Ham wasn't shit, why wouldn't we give D'Lo a real opportunity? And knowing that there's no other guards out there available, like let's just be real. This is the biggest thing. What point guard out this bitch is available for the Lakers? If they do get rid of fucking D'Lo, who are you going to substitute? Who are you going to replace him with? Do not talk to me about no Trae Young. Don't mention Trae Young's name. I'm not trying to hear that. I need to know who the fuck would you bring in if you're going to get rid of D'Lo to be a facilitator. Y'all complain about LeBron usage rate and the mistakes he made last year. So let's try to keep the damn ball out of LeBron hands. Who else do you trust? Austin Reeves is a pretty good facilitator. I do like the way Austin Reeves facilitate. I don't think he makes a lot of dumb passes. So I like Austin Reeves facilitating, But if you got Austin Reeves facilitating, then you need to bring in an all-star shooting guard. In order for the Lakers to get, they're going to have to give. And we don't have much to give. Austin Reeves over D'Lo. His ceiling is higher. Austin Reeves' ceiling is higher than D'Lo's, I believe so, because of age. Who's going to have a better year? Totality? D'Lo. I don't think Austin Reeves is better than D'Angelo Russell, unless we're breaking it down into categories. I think he has a better upside because he's younger. I don't know though. I don't know because we have seen Austin Reeves hit big shots even in the playoffs. So I still like D'Lo a little bit better. I think it's because of the flair. Uh, D'Lo brings a little bit of attitude to the game. I like that. Austin Reeves is real. He's a silent assassin, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need those types of guys, but D'Lo brings some attitude. D'Lo is going to keep guys hyped, keep guys somewhat up, whether they on the bench or in the game. He's one of those guys. Um, but Austin Reeves speak by action, so I respect him. Justo say D'Lo reputation or is damaged since that Nick Young situation. Yeah, D'Lo's a fucking bitch. I did not want D'Angelo Russell back in the Lakers uniform, Justo. Before playback came into play for Lakerland, we was on YouTube talking about the return of D'Angelo Russell. And when it came to me, uh, Hank and BA, they was cool with it. I hated the fact that we was bringing this nigga back. He did the ultimate sin. I had no fucking love for this nigga at all. I really was asking for this nigga to get traded last year. But watching the way he played, seeing him wanting to play with LeBron and AD, it seemed like he really wanted to win last year, before we got into the playoffs. But, his reputation definitely has not uh, been rectified since that situation. And that's all across the NBA community, Justo. That's not just with Nick Young. That's with players. That's with coaches. D'Lo's name isn't so good. And when you putting his name in trade talks now, if you're the Lakers and you don't have nobody really to replace him with, this the shit that makes it bad in my eyes. Why are you putting this nigga's name in trade conversations, knowing how emotional D'Angelo Russell is, if you know you don't have no deal for this nigga? If you know you don't have no deal for D'Lo, why are you niggas putting his name in any type of trade talks publicly at least? We know because of his contract, because of his years, him and Rui is going to be at the top of the list when we talk about trade assets. So I get it. I'm not saying D'Angelo Russell is untouchable, but the Lakers don't have nothing realistic right now to go target. You're going to have this guy coming in the training camp all fucked up in the head, feeling like he ain't wanted, feeling like he just being used, feeling like if he give his all to the Lakers in the first part of the season, is he's only auditioning himself for another team. So what if D'Lo comes starting this year off lackluster, bullshitting around because he feel like this team is already stabbing him in the damn back? You got Rui Hachimura coming off an injury in the Olympics. You got LeBron and AD coming off of playing in the Olympics. Who knows how gassed they gonna be? JJ Redick is a new coach with a new coaching staff. We got Bronny James and Dalton. Like every fucking thing is new in this Lakers organization. And to have your point guard, your floor general, not in a good mental state, that shit is a recipe for disaster, Laker land. And then you look at the record. The schedule just came out yesterday. And I apologize, Laker land. We had so much going on. I was supposed to did a watch party yesterday for the Sparks game. I got caught up at work last night, so I had to cancel the event. I do apologize for last night having to cancel the watch party for the game last night. We had so much going on yesterday, and we wasn't able to do any Lakerland shows on the schedule release. So I definitely want to apologize to you guys. But myself and Hank or BA, we will be coming at you guys later on today with another full show of Lakerland where we're going to talk about so much, including this upcoming schedule that was just released for the Lakers. They got a couple tough games. We're going to kind of break it down into different increments. But again, because there's nothing out there, because there's no real light at the end of the tunnel as far as a point guard, I'm sticking with D'Lo, Justo. Laker land, I'm sticking with D'Lo. Fuck it. To me, that's priority one for LeBron and AD. Once them niggas touch back down from Paris, they need to get with D'Lo. Like I've been saying, it need to be LeBron and AD versus Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss. Fuck all that developing the future shit right now. The Lakers have a very, very small but a real opportunity to be competitive and to actually make some noise. You have to go all in. And I don't know if there's no if other than a superstar coming in like a Steph or a KD or Kawhi, if one of those guys will for whatever reason come into play, then yeah, you gotta, tell D'Lo deuces. But nah, I'd rather the Lakers stay with what they got, and if we lose, we lose. I'd rather do that. I don't want this team don't have a good history of rushing, bro. You know that. Look what happened in 2022 after we rushed and panicked and we picked up Russell Westbrook. How that shit worked out for us. Yeah, D'Lo, he did call himself a 2.0 Steph Curry. I remember that. And D'Lo is very big-headed. He's not the friendliest guy. Um, I'm not saying D'Lo is the guy that the Lakers need to build a culture on. I'm not saying the D'Lo is the guy that's going to get the Lakers to the promised land. But what I will say, Lakerland, is what I will say, Justo, is this: there's nothing out there better right now. I don't even foresee anything being better out there at that position. I am not trying to force LeBron. LeBron is already playing a position that I don't like. And the older he get, the more mistakes he's more liable to make. So I don't want LeBron being my prime facilitator. I don't really want to necessarily take the ball out of his hands, but I need Braun off the ball. The pick and roll D'Lo had with Anthony Davis, to me, I watched last year. That was more just as effective as the pick and roll we get with LeBron and AD. And if you look at the stats, D'Angelo Russell, he played better when LeBron was off the court. Last year for the Lakers, D'Angelo Russell played 76 games. He averaged 33 minutes. He averaged 18 points per game last season, along with 3 rebounds. He averaged 6 assists on the year. He shot 46% from the field, 42% from three. Defensively, Justo had questioned D'Lo's defense, and his numbers defensively, well, they went down. They went down. He averaged less than a steal, and he didn't average it. He averaged .9 steals and .5 blocks per game last year. Hmm. Well, he again availability wise, he played 76 games. That's the most he's played in his career. Um, Last year, he had the second most minutes of his career. So durability, availability, D'Lo is there. When we talk about efficiency, a 42% free 3-point shooter, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You need to bring that field goal percentage up a little bit. And like Justo alluded to, defense has always been a problem with that entire backcourt for the Lakers. All right, let's pull up some of these highlights. Let's see what we got into last year with D'Angelo Russell. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this right real quick. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm slow when it comes to this screen sharing for playback. I'm new to this and I'm true to this, but we about to get into it. Let's look at some of these highlights. Now I'm pretty sure we ain't gonna get no defensive highlights. Let's go. That's a bucket. Okay. If Russell, D'Lo's a good finisher.
Sacramento had a good chance of ending that drought. Monk, former Laker, in the game. What a nice breakout year it was for him. And then he signed on with Sacramento. Dean Benson is here.
With the left, both hands.
Box out that time by Prince. Interesting to see
Exactly
the Prince.
What? Hold up. You trying to get that up, Justo? You see that? My man D'Lo can drive with both hands, pulling up.
Now, Durant is resting, and Russell he's got two of them. Russell.
Oh, you see that?
Broke his ankles inside. Pretty play with
Justo said, "Here's what I see at D'Lo." Come on, man, you see it? Oh my, come on, Justo. I just showed you, like, bro. He just showed you he like a top 10 finisher.
Here's Russell trying to attack him.
Oh my God, bro.
Finds an open D'Lo. Got it.
These Lakers and Suns. Russell up and
The other afternoon, Russell. He's going to try another three.
Number 11 in total assists. He'll put up a three here.
Winds down. Russell, great.
Oh my God, bro.
Davis screens for Russell, who's hot. He'll fight.
Man. Justo, you is tweaking, boy. You see that? You can't hate on D'Lo, Justo. I'm not gonna allow it, yo. I'm not gonna allow it. I'm about to start a campaign. Offensive cool in basketball. You have to also play good on both sides. All right. So that's the challenge, Lakerland. That's the challenge. D'Lo, defensive presence. We need to see it. So, how should I handle this? The legendary 2G on YouTube say why we ain't going to get Ayton. Now, Ayton to me, I like Ayton on the Lakers on paper. That's perfect. I've been crying for that before when he left Phoenix. On paper, legendary. I would love Aiton to be a part of the Lakers, but dude is too suspect. I don't know if it's because he's in Portland, he's unhappy and he's not playing well. He doesn't seem to be engaged, and I don't have a problem with his productivity so much. Um, his mental, just though you hit it right on the head, bro. His mental fucks with me. And again, I don't know if it's because he in Portland, he just don't fuck with them. He just trying to get out of there. I mean, this dude was just in the NBA finals a few years ago. You know, Phoenix was very competitive. So for you to go to purgatory basically in Portland, playing with a bunch of young dudes and also playing in a marketplace where ain't no stars going to want to come to play, in Portland to help Aiton do anything. He's pretty much fucked in Portland. But I don't know if it's just because he's in Portland that this nigga is mentally weak, like Justo mentioned, or if this nigga is really just mentally fragile. Because you in LA, the soap opera in Los Angeles is 5 times more intense than anything he's gonna have to go through in Portland. You know, he's going to be taking stray bullets and shit like that in Los Angeles, things that don't even have nothing to do with him specifically. He's going to be, in the mixed in. So on paper, I would like DeAndre Ayton because it allows Anthony Davis to go back to the 4. It allows LeBron to go back to the 5. But when shit gets thick for the Lakers, which we projected to be, how is this nigga attitude going to be? And you know LeBron is not going to have no crybaby ass niggas playing no instrumental part in his play. This is the 5. This is a start 5. Skill set wise, I like Aiton. But I'm just bro, keeping it real. I wouldn't pull the trigger on Aiton because of the unknowns. And what the hell we going to give up for him? Aiton costs money. So you're definitely gonna have to give up D'Lo. You might have to give up D'Lo and Rui. I got to look at the numbers, but you're definitely gonna have to give up at least one of those two for DeAndre Ayton. And in my eyes, when you look at what's available in free agency to help, it's just not a good move. It's just not. Somebody like Justo mentioned, Jonathan Wiseman, nice, would have been a nice fit. If Valanciunas would have picked the Lakers instead of the Wizards, would have been a nice little fit. But I'm not trying to get and I'm not saying that the Lakers got a championship team. Like these niggas ain't worth giving up. D'Lo, Rui, all these niggas can go. I ain't even gonna hold you. Outside of LeBron, AD, and Bronny and Dalton Connect, all these other niggas can go. I don't know what Vando is gonna be doing. I don't know what Christian Wood's gonna be doing. I don't know if Max Christie is mentally screwed because of what Darvin Ham did to him. I don't know if Cam Reddish is a choke artist. It's too many unknowns. I don't know what JJ Redick is going to be about. Jackson Hayes, I like Jackson Hayes. Why does Jackson Hayes not move over to the 5 position? Wiseman have a great upside than Hayes. He has a better upside than Hayes, but he don't work hard like Jackson Hayes do. Wiseman is not a big of a, he's not a headache like a potential Aiton, but he's lazy. Why you think Golden State didn't want this nigga? Wiseman is lazy. And you don't need that. We don't want that. We already got a 40-year-old in the front court and AD who we already know what his availability throughout his career has been like. Getting rid of D'Angelo Russell would be horrible. Horrible. I don't know, but I'm watching, and we're going to see what Rob Pelinka and this Lakers organization do. The start of the season is right around the corner. And like I said, the schedule just got released yesterday. So we got a lot of shit to talk about here on Lakerland. So I just had to come at you guys this morning real quick, real brief, talk about D'Lo. Again, apologies for yesterday. We had caught up so much, but we will be going live later on today. I got to get up with Hank. I got to get up with BA. I don't know exactly what time. So if you guys are on YouTube, make sure that y'all subscribe to the platform. And if you guys are here on playback, make sure y'all follow the room so y'all can get notification for this afternoon's podcast. But we're definitely coming to you guys in full effect to talk more about D'Lo. We're going to talk about the schedule that was just released. We got just a lot going on with our Los Angeles Lakers this week. And we're going to break it all down here on Lakerland. You better believe it. Shout out to all the supporters. Big up to the homie Justo, always coming through with great perspective on the Lakers organization. Shout out to my guy. Big up to everybody in the live chat on YouTube as well. Catch you guys this afternoon. Y'all stay safe. Happy Friday. And we'll be back here at Lakerland this afternoon. Catch you guys on the rebound. Peace.